Nothing's more like it. Effort, defensive intensity, and a W for the Toronto Raptors as they beat the Phoenix Suns 113-104. And I don't give a damn if no Devin Booker in the lineup, because this Raptor team has struggled mightily against worse teams. They lost to they lost to Golden State without Steph and Andrew Wiggins by quite a bit. So I don't care if Devin Booker wasn't in the lineup tonight. The Raptors did I can't say what they were supposed to do, because at this point, with the way they're playing, nothing is what you're supposed to do, right? But you win 113-104. The Raptors are now 16-20 on the year, and they closed 2022 on a very good note. The talk of the town has been defense. We could talk about the three-point shooting. We could talk about, all kinds of things. Fred not being in the lineup right now and being in and out constantly with injury. But the talk has been defense, right? Coming into the year, this team, defensive dynamo. They were top 10 team in defense last year, blah, 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 blah. Well, that's been a massive issue recently. And apparently, earlier today, Nick Nurse getting these guys all together, showing them video, letting them hear it, letting them go through a lot of things, not playing that nice guy card with these guys because of their recent performance against the Memphis Grizzlies. So the question was, how are they going to respond to said meeting? Well, they responded by having the Phoenix Suns get their highest turnover total of the season. I believe it was 25. And the Raptors win the points off of turnovers category 34-7. That's Raptor basketball. This is what this team is supposed to be. Getting into passing lanes, causing havoc, switching like crazy, getting out in transition. That's what this team is supposed to do, and they got back to it tonight. Now, is it a one-off? We'll see. But if these guys can build on this sort of game, they've beaten Phoenix. They've beaten Cleveland. They beat, who's the other? New York in New York, right? They've beaten good teams recently. But their losses have been abysmal. We talk about the Clippers game. We talk about the Grizzlies game. You can go even farther back than that. They were bad. But the Raptors got back to what they do best. And they won a game tonight and only allowed 104 points. And we talked about it yesterday, right? When we previewed this game a little bit. We're like, oh God, DeAndre Ayton, this could be an absolute disaster. The Raptors held him to 4 points and 7 boards on 2 of 10 shooting. The guy was useless. He only played 30 minutes. He was irrelevant. And shout out to the fellas for getting that done and making that happen. Really good job. Let's break down this puppy. First quarter, the Raptors come to play, and you can tell right from the tip the defensive intensity is different. Now, can they keep that up over 48 minutes? We would have to wait and see. But a really nice offensive first quarter. 33 scored for the Raptors. They only allowed 24. You're up 9 after 1. Really nice start. But you got to keep going. Second quarter, the offense starts to get a little staky, especially early on in the second quarter. And I think Pascal scores a bucket at the end of the second quarter. At the end of the first half, to put the Raptors up by only 2. So it was a tie game until the last shot. He puts them up by 2 going into half. You're -7 in that quarter, 27-20. So the question now is, and it's been a glaring issue, how are the Raptors going to come out in the second half? Because third quarters have been abysmal for this team. So how are they going to react today, only being up 2 at the break? The Raptors went on a 10-3 run to start. They're back up 9 again. A really nice third quarter. The offense goes. Gary was hot. He had over half of the points in that third quarter, dropping 18 in the third alone. And the Raptors as a team dropped 33, only allowed 28. You're +5 in the quarter. You're up by 6. 7? You're up by 1 at the break. No, you're up by 2 at the break. Right, up by 2 at the break. You're up by 5 there. You're up by 7. My God. You're up by 7 going into the fourth quarter. You're in really good shape. But it's closing time now. How are you going to react? Well, we fast forward now to about 4 minutes to play in the game, and they take a 2-point lead. They get the turnover. Chris Paul fires it over to Bridges, and he lays it up and through to put them up by 2. Nurse calls a timeout. And with under 2 minutes to play, we talk about big shots in big moments. Scotty Barnes, who has mightily struggled with his 3. His defender sagging off him, as they should. He hasn't drilled the 3s. So Scotty's like, you know what? Screw it. Takes the 3, makes the 3, and I can't remember if that put the Raptors up by 3 in that moment, or it put them up. I don't know how much it put them up in the moment, but let's go to under 2 minutes to play now. Gary has the ball. He drives. He has his defender with him. Christian Coloco's in the corner. His defender comes over because, let's be real, Christian Coloco in the corner, not really a threat. Or at least we thought. Gary sees that double, kicks it to the corner to Christian Coloco, who takes the shot. And I think it was I was holding my breath as long as possible because I'm like, no way. No. And he drills it. Christian Coloco drills the corner 3, makes them call the timeout. Raptors go up by 6. Not only did Christian drill a 3, he drilled a 3 in the dying minutes of a 1-possession game to put the Raptors up by 6. His first career NBA 3-point made is in the dying minutes. I mean, it's crazy. But you love to see it. Confidence. And I'm proud of those guys, man. This is the stuff that frustrates Raptor fans right now. This is why it's so tough to watch this team play. You see performances like tonight, and you're like, damn, that's a good team right there. They played phenomenal. Then you see last night against Memphis, and you're like, do they even want to be on the court? Completely different performance. But you love to see it. Big time rebound game for the Toronto Raptors today. Really needed that. Let's get to the player stats. Christian Coloco, 8 points, 4 boards, shot 3 of 3 from the field, was 1 of 2 from the line, 1 of 1 from 3, and was a plus 22. Well, he was on the floor. Again, he dominated that matchup. He had double the points of DeAndre Ayton. Beautiful. Scotty Barnes, the shot wasn't really falling for him, but I'll say this. Who cares? He drilled a big 3 in a big moment. 11 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, shot 4 of 12 from the field, 2 of 2 from the line, 1 of 4 from 3, and the defense was there for Scotty. He was absolutely remarkable tonight defensively. 3 steals and a block. He was all over the place, causing all kinds of havoc. Just great to watch. Just really nice to watch. Pascal Siakam, you know, it's funny. With Coloco and Barnes hitting those 3s and Gary dropping, tying his season high with 35, you look at Pascal and you're like, oh wait, he had 26, 2, and 6? It's not a bad night at all. 8 of 17 from the field, 8 of 10 from the free throw line, 2 of 5 from 3. I mean, that's not bad at all. But it's overshadowed by Gary. Now, something that's not talked about enough is the fact that OG all game long was battling foul trouble. He had 3 fouls in that second quarter, and Nick Nurse pushed it a little bit. Well, he got that 4th foul, and it's like, that's painful. And I believe with like 7 minutes to go in the third quarter, right? Lots of ball to play. He takes that 5th foul, and you're like, damn, that's your one, like arguably your best defender. Now got to ride the bench for a while. And the Raptors did a great job being able to weather the storm. I believe he came back in when it was a 1-point game. They did a great job weathering the storm until he came back on the floor. And then when OG comes back, it's like, the Raptors settle in defensively. They build up the lead again. They win by 9, right? Really nice job for OG tonight in limited moments. I think he played less than 30 minutes. 16 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, shot 6 of 10 from the field, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 2 of 5 from 3, and had 2 steals in the game. Really good job from OG. I think he was absolutely outstanding as always. Now, GT, Gary Trent, these are moments where we're all sitting here like, see, this is what this dude's capable of. When he gets hot, look out, because dude's Mr. Automatic at times. 35 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 11 of 22 from the field, 9 of 9 from the free throw line, 4 of 11 from 3. And he was all over the place defensively. I felt like every possession he was getting in a passing lane and just making really smart reads. Had 3 steals and a block, but there was a couple instances where he goes for it and just tips it out of bounds. And it's just a really nice night overall for Gary on both sides of the ball. Phenomenal night for GT. All right. Now, I wanted to bring up Jeff Dowtin Jr. Didn't play very many minutes, but if you watch the game like in depth as I did, there were 2 plays, and they were back-to-back plays. You look at Jeff Dowtin, you're like, man, this dude is long. Right? For a guard, he is long, and he can boogie. One play, Chris Boucher has the ball up top, right? And Jeff Dowtin, off-ball cut, right to the bucket. Beautiful pass from Chris. Way to gather it for Dowtin. And he, a lot of young guys would try and go up to get the bucket, right? Well, the help comes over to help at the rim, and he just dumps it off to Thad Young for an easy dunk. And I'm like, that's a really smart play for a young guard in Jeff Dowtin. The next play down the floor, he gets in the passing lane, gets the steal, goes to the bucket, lays it up for 2. And I'm like, Jeff Dowtin, I love what I'm seeing from this young fella. Just wanted to bring that up because I thought in very limited moments, I really like what I see from Jeff Dowtin. I talked about it in the preseason games. I like his game. And in the very, very, very limited time we've seen him with the Raptors, he's fun to watch. He really is. Now, let's get to the team stats. All right? Phoenix, they shot 49% from the field and 47% from 3. The numbers are still good, right? And they were plus 3 in 3 points made. I think they made 14, or we made 11. But it's the Raptors shooting 49% from the field as well, and as we all know, they get the extra attempts. Plus 11. The Raptors shot 11 more shots than the Phoenix Suns, so they have more makes from the field. It's a really nice night, man. Really, really good. They shot 87% from the free throw line. We shot 85% from the free throw line, and I'm just really proud of these guys for the effort they showed considering what we saw last night. Now, before we wrap this thing up, though, shout out to Jack Armstrong. 25 years calling Raptor games. Incredible stuff. Obviously, I've been listening to all my young Raptor life. And it's been just such a fun time. Love listening to Jack whenever it's on TSN. It's always a fun time. Love Jack Armstrong. So congrats to Jack on 25 years. Hopefully he just keeps on going. And just love listening to Jack. I assume you guys do too. All right? So the next game for the Toronto Raptors is not until 2023. So with that being said, Raptor fans, I hope you all have a really nice New Year's Eve tomorrow. Stay safe out there, but have fun, of course. And the next game for the Raptors, where I'll be talking to you guys, will be on Monday night, as Raptors are in Indiana taking on the Pacers. So they played a really nice home game today. You're going on the road to an Indiana team who we've seen in the past can shoot the 3 a ton. Let's see what happens. Can the Raptors build on this game tonight, or will they revert back to allowing 120 plus? We shall see Monday, 7 p.m. in Indianapolis, Indiana? Am I right with that? I could be totally wrong with that. They're in Indiana on Monday night, all right? So, you know what, guys? That's going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and you enjoyed watching a win tonight, smack that like button. Do appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button. You guys not already, comment down below your thoughts on the video, your thoughts on the game. Would you like? Would you not like from today's game for the Toronto Raptors? The Twitter and Instagram links are down in the description. So follow up, send me a DM to that great stuff. Discord link is down below. So join the chat and go nuts. Links are in the description for that. And I will talk to you guys Leafs Edition. The game is tomorrow night. But obviously being New Year's Eve, I'll probably upload it on New Year's Day. Between the Leafs and the Avalanche in Colorado, 7 o'clock puck drop there as they look to rebound after that stinker there last night against the Arizona Coyotes, who they're actually cursed against. They look to rebound tomorrow, and I'm assuming Matt Murray will be in the net, and if that's the case, he needs that bounce back performance. And for the Toronto Raptors, they look to build on this win tonight. Can they do it? We'll wait and see, as their first game is on Monday in Indiana, taking on the Pacers, 7 p.m. tip-off there. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and the game tonight. We'll talk to you guys then.